All right, a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network, where tonight we conclude spring football at historic Billy Livings Field at the Citrus Bowl, where tonight the Heritage Panthers, under the guidance and tutelage of first-year head coach Mykel Benson, will take on the Vero Beach Indians tonight, and Coach Lenny Jankowski. Joining me tonight for this game is the offensive coordinator for the Cocoa Tigers, who happens to have some very fond memories of a game played not so long ago here at Billy Livings Field. Everybody please welcome Adam Franco. And Adam, when it comes to Billy Livings Field at the Citrus Bowl, I don't know that there's a place maybe in the state as historic, and if you're looking for Friday Night Lights definitions and atmospheres, this is the place.
Yeah, 100%. And when we played here, it was the entire town that was out. It was a great battle. We went down to the very, very end. We scored with like a minute left, and we could have kicked the field goal or go for two. And that started the year of going for two, and ran a toss to O.J. Ross, and he put it in the end zone.
Bill Miller. How you doing, Billy Miller? Or Billy Palmer. I'm getting it all mixed up here at Billy Livings Field. All right, so tonight we got the Heritage Panthers, who last year were 5-5. For me, this year, questions abound. Not questions, I should say, so much as answers need to be provided by number 6 quarterback Joe Tenta. Listen, you know, he's had a decent high school career, but I think Joe would agree, and Joe would tell you he's expected a little more of himself to this point. And this year, having spoken to the young man, I know that he plans to answer those critics out there with a good season.
Yeah, he looked great in the offseason. I saw him at the 7-on-7s. He definitely looked like he worked on his craft. You know, I want to see him I'd love to see him throw first tonight, really show the maturity in the pocket. But if he has to run, we all know the athlete he is. Been an athlete since he's, playing for West Melbourne back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been phenomenal. And Mykel Benson, look, Mykel Benson brings to the Heritage program the know-how, the wherewithal to know what it takes to get to every level of football, and that's college and that's pro football as well. Of course, for those of you that don't know, he's still in the top 3 in all-time leading rushers in the Arena Football League, the Arena Football League, not the knockoffs you saw for years around, but the AFL. And Mykel Benson, a heck of an athlete himself. And you know what? I think the time was right for him to be a head coach, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. I coached with him. Actually, we don't even know. Ryan Schneider and I both coached with him at MCC in about 6 years ago, and he was the running back coach there. And then he left about a game early or 2 games early to go play arena football. And
Yeah.
He had an opportunity to make some extra money, and he ran. But he's great for this program. He's young. He gets it. He gets the kids. He brought in a good staff around him. I expect big things from him.
You know, last year, Vero Beach defeated Melbourne in the regional semifinals to advance to the regional finals. And, they have quarterbacks for days as we get ready. Tell you what, here's what we'll do. We'll step aside the national anthem. We'll come back, and we'll tell you a little bit about Vero Beach. Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
I'm Marcus May, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
My man. All right, the national anthem complete, 12 minutes on the clock, no kickoffs. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Adam Franco with you live here tonight from Billy Livings Field at the Citrus Bowl here in Vero Beach. And for Vero Beach, Lenny Jankowski in his 13th year, this program has won 11 games for, they won 7 games a couple of years ago, but 10 or more games in 8 of the last 9 years. The one thing that this town is craving is a state championship. Adam, every year they seem to get so close, but come up just a little bit short. Coach Jankowski believes this is the team this year in 4S that can take this program back to the promised land of a state championship. And I tell you what, based on a lot of the talent he has in returning quarterback like Tyler Aronson, athlete for days who I saw play youth football and just is unbelievable, and Ephraim White, he's got the talent to do it, and they're always going to be good with 60, 65 on the roster.
Yeah, I think 4S last year was one of the, I think I'd say 4S and 2M were the two most difficult classifications last year. I mean, the 4S, just around here, you got Treasure Coast, then you have, they got to go through Venice, Lakeland,
Treasure Coast.
I mean, it's just there's a lot more talent than people realize in 4S. That's a really tough division.
And Aronson will indeed start at quarterback. The running back is going to be, looks like either number 6 or 8, and my guess is going to be Jonathan Hillsman, number 8, the sophomore. And that's the other thing about Coach Jankowski, something that you and Coach Schneider and Coach Benson, a lot of coaches aren't afraid to do anymore, and that's play the young guys. This guy, he's a freshman. Aronson from the gun throws a little swing pass there, gets outside, and he's going to pick up decent yards. It's actually it is going to be number 8, Jonathan Hillsman, class of 26. And that's a good play on first down, Adam. It's a good safe play. It gets your offense in a rhythm.
Especially with a freshman quarterback probably in his first ever varsity start.
No, running back.
No, I'm saying the freshman quarterback just get the ball out of his hand.
And that's a good play in there by number 9. Number 8, check that, number 8. Kane Moore. Not even close on the roster I got, but sounds like the public address announcer's got the right roster, so we'll listen to him. 2nd and 12. Why give it to me? Throw. Nice completion out. Good, strong throw there from Tyler Aronson. And that is going to be 3rd down and 6. Derek Smith on the cast tonight says Vero always short. I don't know if you mean in size or numbers, but they've had a lot of numbers the last couple of years that I've seen them. 3rd and 9 now. Let's see the play call. Again, a little swing pass, a quick flag, and that's going to be an offensive penalty. Heritage's defense comes up big right here, Adam.
Yeah, I mean, the Vero Beach O-line is big, but, I mean, they haven't attempted a run play yet. And you see Heritage, secondary and linebacker core is fast.
Yeah.
I think they expected to get the edge on them very easily. Probably watching last year's film, this is a much different team.
So it was actually against Heritage. So, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't against Heritage. It was against Vero. It's 4th down and 7.
Spring football, 4th and 7
yeah.
From your own 45, going for it.
Take a shot at it, right? Why not? As Aronson with 4 wide receivers now, short of winning state. Yes, there you go. Yeah, they have come up short of winning state. First quarter.
They're going to punt. There you go.
Quarterback. Oh, okay.
Quarterback punt.
Tayshawn Benson.
That's a great first series for the Heritage defense. I mean, they kept Coach Ainsley around, and he's the DC, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they knew where they were in position, knew where they were going. It's not, it's a little easier when you're not trying to learn new defense in spring.
Yeah, our roster's junk, so you might as well just put that on the forefront. It's not correct at all. But we do know the quarterback is Joseph Tenta. Is the quarterback.
See if their max prep roster is updated. It says 2022 as well.
Looks like Jelani Clark. Is that Clark at running back? Jelani. Who?
Judah Knight is 5.
Judah Knight. Okay. Judah Knight at running back with Joseph Tenta.
Holy Trinity transfer, isn't he?
Yeah, sure. Judah Knight. Vero, I thought.
Vieira?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vieira, that's right.
Vieira, yep. So you got to have a clear visor. He didn't, and he's got to come out. You can't have those colored visors.
That'll be knowing Coach Benson. That'll be the first and last time that occurs to his team, and that's why you play a spring football game.
Yep. Man in motion. Comes back. Give is to Judah Knight up the gut, and he'll pick up 2 maybe. It'll be second down and a long 9 here. Now, you're part of a program that doesn't play a spring game for the most part, and there are benefits to them, and you know what? There are pros and cons to this game. Why do you like them, and why don't you like them?
I don't know. We're lucky in the fact that we don't have many kids that go both ways.
Yeah.
You know, we had one last year that went both ways, Seth Hawkins. Good catch on the sideline right there by number 17.
Incomplete though.
So I mean, when you could do that, you can go 1v1 every single day in practice, right? We're playing against our defense, who's I'd argue was one of the best defense in the state of Florida, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to go risk a state championship run by playing a spring game.
Right.
I think what you'll start seeing a lot more is teams will start doing a lot more inter-squad scrimmages.
Billy Palmer, I'd like to say hello. This will be hopefully Billy Palmer's assignment for the upcoming season. The Heritage Panthers. Billy Palmer Jr., that is, because Billy Palmer Sr. standing right over here. Calling plays. He's quarterback's coach. Mykel Benson running the offense tonight. Want to give a big shout-out to Coach Eddie Mays, who's watching from home tonight. And, Coach, wish you were here. Eddie Mays is going to run the offense. He's your offensive coordinator. Tenta throws. Nice-looking throw. Oh, it's got to be a flag. No flag. They're going to say the feet tangling was intermittent.
I just never understood the concept of the feet tangling. The guy is inside. He beats the linebacker. He's inside of him. He's bending for the football, and then the feet get tripped up. I mean,
yeah, I think you got
as an offensive guy, you know I always want that penalty.
I think you got to throw that flag there. I don't think there's any reason I don't think there's any doubt he had him beat. That'll bring up 4th and 9, and I think that needs to be the preliminary reason for the flag. He had him beat.
Yep.
So this will be a punt here by Heritage. So both teams will punt on their opening drives. That's a good one. Brandon Davis with the punt. And fair caught by number 7. Griffin Xavier Tutu. And we'll see the offense come back out onto the field, who didn't do very much the first time out. All right, welcome back here. 1st and 10 for Vero. And the referees are from the Treasure Coast Officials Association. I mean, he had from today till next week to throw the football. That's a fumble. And Heritage will recover. Deaven MacDonald on the recovery. He may have had all day, but the receiver could not hang on to the ball. Great play by the defender there. And it's 1st and 10 at the Vero Beach 48-yard line.
Yeah, the quarterback, I think the O-line and D-line kind of stopped. They thought maybe that Heritage jumped. They didn't continue their rush, and he ended up having forever to throw the ball. It's hard to guard kids and wide receivers in Florida for that long, but how about the defender making the play after the fact and forcing the fumble and getting his offense back on the field? Yeah, you know what? Sometimes some people say the ball never lies. That's where the ball would have been if they called that penalty.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. Karma is a little something. 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Whistles. Baller blocking says Heritage defense.
No, you also said cop excuse for not coming to spring game. Yeah, you just come check out our rings.
Yeah, goodness. First and 10. Tenta with a play fake, throws.
Oh, wide
open, caught.
There you go.
And this is going to be a Heritage Panther touchdown. Joe Tenta with a 48-yard pass to T.J. Monroe. I tell you, the ball was underthrown. Monroe stopped, hauled it in, and scores 6.
Yeah, really great throw by Tenta. You know, it's not about. It really isn't about the fact the ball is a little bit, underthrown. It's just getting his timing with the receiver. But you saw his throw. I mean, that was a good 45, nice spiral throw.
Yeah, it was a good ball.
5 yards from the sideline, 10 yards from the sideline. I mean,
the kick is up, and does it make it?
Yes, what a good bounce.
It gets over.
Courtesy bounce right
and
there.
That's a good thing. As the Heritage Panthers get on the board first here. What a play. Play action on first down. Love the play call there by the offense. And with 8:46 to play in the first quarter, it's 7-0. All right, no kickoffs, and we are immediately back underway. And I'll tell you what, you gotta like that. You gotta like what you see so far, especially from this defense. They're opportunistic, and that's points off turnovers, Adam.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and they're missing one of their transfers tonight. He wasn't eligible to play yet. The 6'5", 6'6". I think they're going to be DN/tight end. So that's another contributor to this team as well.
Max Amato on the broadcast is the Allen throws and Franco Dream Team. Swarm gang right there, Adam.
Yeah, you could see, this coaching staff culture taking over already, swarming to the ball. Just feels like a little bit of a different team.
No doubt. I want to say congratulations to Max and that coaching staff as well. Cocoa Beach looked really good in their spring game last week. That's a swarming defense. Nice stick. That's Benson, Tayshawn Benson. He's going to have to come off for a play. But I tell you what, this team is looking for a lot of big things from Tayshawn this year.
Yeah, I mean, what a great tackle.
What's the flag for?
Perfect form tackle. I think it was a hold. They got that out. They got that edge pretty easily.
Yeah, they sure did. And like you said, Benson came up and made a nice tackle there. 7:36 to play here in the first quarter. And that'll back them up 10 yards to bring up 2nd and 16 for Vero Beach. Let me see something here. We'll go. I'm going to. Throws, caught, and immediately tackled after the catch. That's really all you can ask for there. Talk about this coaching staff. You got a lot of returners, including the head coach, who's now the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, really
in
smart
Mark
move
Ainsley.
to bring it, to keep Ainsley on as a DC. You have somebody on your staff. I mean, I see it firsthand, Ryan. Last year we had 4 former head coaches on our staff. You just see that everyone kind of just gets it.
Looks to throw. He does. Open, caught. Nice play. And that's going to come back because that's another hold. So we're going to get another hold here. And it'll be 3rd and 21. Let's wait for the official call. They're walking back, so it's definitely a hold.
Yeah, another long time
You
to throw
got,
the ball.
let's see, you got Roger Walker on the staff, former player. Eddie Kinsel returns as well. You also got Jaheim Mays on the staff, Eddie Mays on the staff, of course. Mykel Benson. You also got Brody Lebelski there on the staff this year. Scott Raymond, too. Going down the list of coaches here. Brian Osterly, Mark Ainsley, Dan Holmes, Bill Palmer, Franz Palamise. And of course, we mentioned Eddie Mays and Steve Estemi as well. He's the JV head coach. So a lot of good coaches on this staff this year. It's third and about 21 for Vero. Looking to throw. Nice looking deep ball, but he throws it into traffic, and that's going to be pass interference.
Yeah.
I think if he doesn't stick his arm out there, we don't see the flag. That's 15 yards, but it's still going to be third down, Adam.
Yeah, that's the one part about pass interference in high school that always frustrates me. You know, middle of the field, I get it. But the worst part is when it's like 3rd and 2 and you get a PI at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2 and you get a PI, and then it's like now it's just 3rd and 2 again.
Right.
You don't reset the down. So encourages DBs to be super aggressive down at the goal line. That guy was ready to throw that flag from the get-go.
Yeah, he was. Okay. But it is just 15 yards, so the Panthers can still hold here on 3rd down. While I have a moment, I want to give a shout-out to DC Roofing, Brevard Health Alliance, Joe Raley of State Farm, Witch Frozen, Custard of Melbourne, and Pizza Vola for providing tonight's pregame meal to the Panthers. See if this roster comes up any better here. Gives. That's just great defense up front. And right now, this team is winning. The Heritage is winning the line of scrimmage battle.
Yeah, I mean, when you saw Vero come out, I mean, look at the size of their O-line, but Heritage is just playing faster, playing a little tougher.
There's the roster. So Timothy Monroe with the touchdown reception. And again, we'll go over the coaching staff here. Mykel Benson, Mark Ainsley, Billy Palmer, Scott Raymond, Roger Walker, Eddie Mays, Logan Kinsel, Dan Holmes, Brad Lebelski, Mike Benson, Franz Palamise, Josh Hungerford as well on the staff. Look at this.
Good hard stuff on 4th down.
On 4th down. Big play. Coming in there and making that stop is the senior linebacker, Deaven MacDonald. And Heritage is going to take over with outstanding field position here.
Yeah, this is I really like you watch on the next series. Watch number 11, Tayshawn Harper. He is much more athletic than the lineman that is attempting to block him, and he's getting confident on every single drive.
Talking about Tayshawn Harper.
Yep.
All right, so I found the right roster. My fault. I apologize. I printed the wrong one. So, Coach sent me last year's and this year's, and I clicked on last year's, so my apologies. Coach, don't get mad at me. It won't be the first time we fight. I got a pay deduction. You got your airdrop on? I'll airdrop that thing to you.
That's all right. I'm looking back and forth.
All right. How we looking? We looking all right?
We're looking good. Craig Spencer, you know who the new guy is.
All right, here we go. Tenta. And all kinds of shifting. And we may see, I'm not sure what we're going to see here. Flags flew. Vero Beach shifted. Offsides. I think they shifted too far, Adam.
No, there was a lot of guys moving. I don't think they gave him a second to get set.
Yeah, that's going to be offsides on Vero Beach. We want to thank our sponsors tonight as well, BlackRock Engineering and Technology, and, of course, Uberzati back for another football season this year. You'll see the Thursday night Uberzati Friday night preview show. We had a lot of fun with that last year, and this year plan to do so again. Now it's 1st and 5, and if they ran play action on 1st and 10 a whole lot, this really opens up the playbook, doesn't it, Adam?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, you get that you get 5 yards for free. Now you get another. This is the part of spring game. Another corner sent off for not having his mouthpiece in or his knee pads down or something.
All things that Coach Benson will fix. Judah Knight in the backfield, and he got him. Well, that's going to be offsides. So now it's just going to be 1st and 10 again. 5:04 to play. No, let's see what he calls here. Yeah, this is against Heritage.
Yeah. I was about to compliment them because the Heritage the Vero linebackers kind of did a little quick shift.
Yeah.
To kind of almost get their 5 yards back, and they ended up getting it a different way.
So it's like it never happened. 1st and 10 at the 35. Tenta turns, gives the Knight, and Knight is immediately shut down in the backfield by number 34. That's a good tackle by Afion Rivers.
Yeah, you see there's a couple banged up linemen that Benson's got on the sideline with 77 and 52 out for the spring game. It's a tall task to block Vero defensive line with backups, but I think you got to just start getting at it, giving it to Tenta and letting him get out of his hand quick here.
At least you don't have to worry about covering the FSU wide receiver anymore.
Correct.
He was unbelievable. And this is Tenta again, and that one, it was caught. Number 15 on the catch there. That's going to be
good play design. Little almost like
Mykel.
H-back tight end slip
Mitchell.
out there.
Keegan Mitchell. Yep, I see it now. There you go. All right. I won't. It's like Slaughter-Zinski. You look at it and you go, that's Smith, right? All right, the big 3rd down. I would imagine this is 4-down territory, Adam.
I mean,
Spring Green, right? 3rd and 11 here. So
why not?
You got 2 downs to pick up 11 yards. Tenta drops, throws, nice ball. But
Ooh.
I tell you what, I like the pass by Joe there. It was only where Tayshawn Benson could get it, and I like the shot he took there.
That pass is going to get completed a lot this season.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a great Vero Beach, likely, Power 5 type of a DB.
Yep. Number 20 back there, Elijah Anderson, is a guy that returns to that defense who is a ball hog and a half back here. Ball hawk and a half. 3:24 to play in quarter number 1. A 48-yard touchdown from Tenta to Monroe has the Panthers on top, 7-0. It's that Panthers defense that has been awfully, awfully impressive tonight.
Yep. Vero still sticking with, six in the box with 2 overhangs. I mean, the next series would be interesting if they throw a bunch of slip screens.
Tenta steps up. He's going to take it himself. Good run by Joe. And that should be another flag, and it's not. It got away with one there, that's for sure. As soon as the quarterback goes into his slide, you're supposed to pull up. They did not.
Oh, wow, and not a great spot
and Vero Beach gets away with one on the quarterback, and it'll be 1st and 10 as they stop them short.
Yeah.
They definitely got away with one.
As the coach, you're like, you want to yell at Tenta for sliding, right? But then do you remember it's spring game?
Right.
And you're like, thank you, Tenta, for sliding, because what I've seen so far in the first quarter.
Didn't matter there, though, 'cause the guy still
going to
laid
have
him
a
out.
good team, you know.
And
I still think he got the first down.
yeah, I do too. Aronson looking to throw. Throws. This one up for grabs here, but hauled in. Nice catch. Good throw. Good catch by Isaiah Roberts as he beats 2 Heritage defenders on that play. And it's 1st and 10 in the SMU commit, which is where this young man is committed to play college football. That's his best pass of the night. And they go SMU.
Oh, wow.
And back to the line of scrimmage they go. Jankowski calls the offense. Double stacked on top of each other. Turns, gives.
See, once again, I'm telling you, I'm liking this. I'm liking number 11. Came all the way from backside end, made the tackle, followed the pulling guard all the way into the hole, made the tackle on the running back coming through.
Tayshawn Harper. 2:16 to play in the opening quarter. And Vero Beach driving here. 2nd and 9 at the Panther 33. Last year, Aronson, we'll give you his stats after this, throws. Oh, good defensive play. How about that play there by Brian Osterley with a great play to come up and get a hand in.
Yeah, I think I don't even know if he knew how quickly he reacted. If he turned his head, he might pick that ball off.
Last year, Aronson, 1,683 yards, 21 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, got hurt late. And was Jake Whitley took over at quarterback. 1:49 to play. Throws, little out pass, caught, turns, and it'll be 4th down or 4th and about 1 now, Adam.
It's a really interesting snap that they're using. I wonder how that'll work out as the season goes on. It's a clap delay, but when the emotions are rolling, you know, and emotions are rolling, stadium gets loud, that clap delay, usually you're almost making it even for you and the defender.
What is it normally? Is it clap and they come?
Yeah, I mean, typically it's clap and they snap the ball. I know a lot of teams are actually going away from the clap just to be able to play a few more games at the line of scrimmage, make sure you're not jumping off sides yourself.
4th down, give up the middle, and that's enough for the first down. But a limited yards, but they got enough for the first. So it'll be 1st and 10 as they rapidly approach the BlackRock Engineering and Technology red zone here. So they'll move the sticks here at Billy Livings Field, the Citrus Bowl. 7-0 Heritage on top, 1:25 to play. 48 yards, 10 of them Monroe. I cannot believe we've not had a lightning horn yet. Aronson looks, under pressure, gets rid of it, short, incomplete. Good pressure, number 11.
Yep, number 11. But that was exactly what I was just talking about. You saw, the entire offense was delayed.
Yeah.
And because they're not looking at the ball. So they all have their own 1 second in their head. And the defense is watching the ball and getting a better jump.
Yeah, they are. That's a good point. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 following the incomplete pass. And, of course, last year Florida State wide receiver was Jacobs. Guy had 100 receptions for 1,511 yards and 21 touchdown receptions. Thrown, caught, and dropped immediately by your guy, Adam, Tayshawn Harper. Harper, again with the tackle. 46 seconds to play. Third and 12 for Vero, so ball is now at the 25-yard line of Vero Beach. Ronson throws, and he overthrows it. So now it's 4th and 12. Aronson just overshot everybody on that one.
Yeah, he had his running back on the option route wide open in the flat, number 9. But
they've gone for it. If they've gone for 4th and 5 at their own 30, they're going for it here.
I think you get heckled if you kick a field goal in spring game.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to rush.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing, too. All right, we're back. 16 seconds to go. 4th and 12. Aronson looks for throw. Does. Caught. Held on to. What a catch. What a hold. And that's a first down. That's a big-time throw and a big-time catch.
Yeah, patient. Really patient on the – I ran an outside release go route on the outside, turned the corners back, and had a nice 10-yard out against the safety who's also trying to play over the top of it. Good play call.
He'll be a rising sophomore next year. That's Jarvis Jacobs. Bobbles it, hauls it, and has the wherewithal to tuck it and then get out of bounds. The ball is inside the 10 now. 1st and goal inside the Black Rock. Throws, corner of the end zone, caught. Nice catch, touchdown. And what a beautiful throw from Aronson to, looks like number 1 there, Isaiah Roberts. I tell you what, that play call fooled me. But he threw a beautiful ball.
Yeah, I mean, it really wasn't bad coverage at all. At some point, DB's got to flip his head around. But he was right there. If he turned his head around, he easily bats the ball down.
Nice. And I'll tell you what impresses me about Aronson thus far is the ability to throw that out pass, get that ball outside the hash marks.
So everybody got sent off the field but the kicker, who I don't even know if has pads on.
It doesn't look like he does, and he kicks it clear over to Route 60. And at the end of the first quarter, it is Vero Beach 7, Heritage 7. All right, we come back to play here as the team switch sides. Joe Tenta still a quarterback. It's 7-7 now. Give is up the middle and immediately stop. And it feels like to me, Vero Beach has woken up a little bit here.
Yeah, definitely woken up, playing more confident. I mean, they're sitting one high with, I mean, their corners at 3 yards, you know, basically testing them right now, see what they're going to do. We do not see that look very often.
I do want to point out that Vero Beach is missing a lot of starters on that offensive line tonight. So I want to make sure. I'm sorry, Heritage, my bad. Heritage. It's my spring too, so I'm allowed to make a few mistakes. But Heritage is missing a lot of starters on that offensive line.
Look at the Vero Beach defense right now. They don't have a person deeper than 6 yards. There's no safety really on the field. He might bail late into a single high, but some movement. Give it to an athlete.
And that should be, I guess not. Okay. Anyway, the catch is made by Johnny Rentz. And it'll be third and 11 now, actually. Heritage cheerleaders have come down, and they are doing a terrific job down there. It's a big day in Brevard County. I don't know when the last day of school is here in Indian River County, but today was it. Everybody's out now.
I think, is today the last day?
Yeah, I think today was the last day.
I think tomorrow is.
No, it's today.
Yeah?
Yeah, today, right?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Because
that's something my wife knows.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, that's something my wife knows if kids have school tomorrow, not me.
10-17, no school.
That will be a staple forever. Will be the most intense game is played either under the bleachers or in the end zone by a bunch of 10 to 12-year-old boys.
Right.
Just taking each other's heads off.
Heads off, right. There they are down there.
You're going to be sadly disappointed when they get to high school and realize they can't make those hits anymore.
Right, yeah. Well prepared. They'll be well prepared as you see them down there playing next to the hospitality tent, which I'm sure the Booster Club elders just sitting there holding their breath waiting for a ball to come flying across the table.
How many times do you think they've been threatened if a ball goes on the field so far?
Right.
All right, big third down. I've seen the box play games on almost every play. They're going to send one of those linebackers. They feel confident in their coverage.
3rd and 11, Judah Knight in the backfield. Joe Tenta split wide near side here is Jordan Holmes.
Got to run a slot fade here. Look at these, how close they're all up.
Tenta rolls to his right, looks to throw, does. Oh, that was nearly picked off. And it'll be 4th down, and I think now we got a little fight over here, and this ain't good. That's an undisciplined play.
Yeah.
You got to be better disciplined than that. And flags fly now. People are getting ejected. This will take a while to sort out.
The other reason you asked me why we don't play a spring game?
There you go. Because whatever happens here can carry over into a regular season
carries
game.
Over.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the penalties have just gotten steeper and steeper every single year.
Listen, I had
and the appeal process. Let's face it, it's a coin flip.
Yesterday at Walk-Ons, I had one of the more intense interviews about Brevard County sports I think I've ever conducted with Brevard County School Board member Chair Matt Susan. He talked about everything from the Rockledge suspensions all the way to hosting state championship games. And he wasn't, let me just say, if you haven't seen the interview, go back and watch it because he's mad. He is mad about a lot of the decisions that have gone against Brevard County, just touching on what you were just talking about, suspensions and things. He is upset at the fact that he really believes that our county, and if you look at the way the FHSAA ruled on that Rockledge-Miami Northwestern deal, I mean, come on, man. I mean, how can you have no Miami Northwestern players or track members kicked out? And I get what's going on in terms of the outrage for that. But my compliments to Matt Susan for talking about it, touching on it, and wanting to become involved about and doing something about all of the things he talked about in that interview. It was a good interview he gave.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there was 3 Miami Northwestern people that ultimately got suspended, but they had no impact. There was no, they were.
Right.
I don't even know if they were tracked. They might have been.
Well, I think they
players.
won on appeal.
No, there was 3 Miami Northwestern that still got suspended, but they didn't qualify for the state meet.
I got you.
So it didn't really have as big an impact, and not for nothing. I mean, I know everyone's seen the video. I mean, the Rockledge. The Rockledge kids, who knows what verbally was said, but, those boys were defending themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of 1-on-5, 1-on-6 fighting. I think
Yeah,
that's probably the only way you interact with a number 1 safety in the country.
That's exactly right. You had your own dealings last year with them, and you managed to get a decision for the first time in the history of the FHSAA overturned on a state championship game. And kudos to the way Coco, you, Coach Snyder, and everybody involved, Dr. Ramsey, everybody involved handled that because that was huge. 7-7, fourth down here, and indeed Heritage will punt. Oh, what a punt. My goodness gracious, what a punt. I get there's no pressure, but that punt went 65 yards in the air. Who is that again? Braden Davis, 65 yards in the air. Holy smokes. He got that thing into the jet stream. Is Mal back this year?
Nope.
I tried to tell somebody that. They didn't.
No, yeah, Money Mao did not get approved for a second year.
I got you.
I can't wait to. I wish to be a fly on the wall when he goes back to Japan. And
Yeah,
tells
I
them
can imagine the stories.
about Coco football.
He's got a big piece of jewelry to take home.
He sure does. I can't wait till he tries to explain to them what his job was in American football and how he won the state championship. I mean, 5 for 5 extra points and hits a field goal critical time.
Play action. Aronson dishes out here, and nice
Great
tackle.
job by number 12.
Tayshawn Benson.
Yeah, Benson maintains outside leverage. Great form tackle. That's 2 really nice form tackles. Should ask Billy Palmer Jr. where he played his little league.
Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. 9:28 to play here in the first half. We're all tied up. It's a good game for a spring football game.
Yeah.
Aronson. You're right on that clap. Still doing it. Throws across the middle. Oh, nice play. How about the hit by King Moore?
Yeah, I mean.
King Moore with a big play. And again, I want to give a big shout out.
They've got them twice on that over route.
Yeah. Again, I want to give a big shout out to Eddie Mays, the offensive coordinator this year. He's watching us from, I think, Brevard County. Eddie, what's up, my man? Hope all is well. 77905.
I mean, the fans are not happy about that hit, but he kept his head completely out of it.
Well,
it sounded loud, but
we're even for the hit on Tenta. And there you go. Heritage comes in and shuts it down. And guess who again? King Moore again.
Yeah, Heritage linebacker core is really good.
He's got size.
Fly around, got size, got speed. And the Vero Beach O-line is big, but they haven't touched the linebacker yet.
No.
They haven't got – I mean, look at the matchup between the center and number 56 D-tackle for Heritage. He has kept that center from going to the next level almost every single play.
The one thing I always said about, and I know Coach Mykel Benson is the coach, but it doesn't look like this aspect has changed. Mark Ainsley teams, that's not nearly as good of a punt, field it, and Heritage will take over with good field position. But I always said the thing about Mark Ainsley coach teams was you could count on 2 things. You knew they were going to be fast, and you knew they were going to be well-conditioned. Mark Ainsley holds sometimes some unbelievable practice, and they work out hard in the offseason. They really do. And it looks like this team has speed, especially at that linebacker position.
Yeah, linebackers definitely are the part of that defense that sticks out right now.
8:20 to go, clock running.
See if they can get something going here.
I like that play action here again.
Yeah, I mean they're not giving them much respect deep.
No,
I mean,
they
got
sure aren't.
Trips to the side, and you are singled up
There's
backside.
10 guys in the box, Adam. Oh, that's a false start. Well, 8 guys in the box, but still. So that false start penalty going to hurt. It's 1st and 15. Keep your eye on Tayshawn Benson on this drive. Maybe a bubble screen to him. Get Johnny Rentz out there blocking in front. Benson's got speed for days. 3 wide receivers near side. Tenta says, kick out, get out. Judah Knight does. Nice duck by Joe. That's a helmet to helmet. That's 15 yards. So Joe Tenta with a nice run, and they're going to add 15 on.
Yeah, I mean, Heritage is in the driver's seat to go into the half, up 14-7, which would be, awesome accomplishment coming off of their 5-5 season and what Vero is expected to do next season. I don't like the hit on Tenta at all, especially in a spring game. I mean, you're rolling into the summer. Both coaches want to get out of here healthy.
Yep, that's for sure. So that's a first down now inside the Uberzati red zone. And once again, we want to give a big, big shout out to the sponsors. And you're going to see a lot of them next year here as we pick up our second season of Heritage Panther football here on Brevard Sports Network. DC Roofing, Brevard Health Alliance.
I like this. Let's see what the safety does. The safety come over and help the corner on near side. Nope, throw to one. Oh, he got flushed out the other way.
Judah Knight pursued. Again, DC Roofing, Brevard Health Alliance, Joe Raley from State Farm, Witt's Frozen Custard of Melbourne, and Pizza Vola for providing the pregame meal, and Wawa, who is providing their postgame meal here today. So a big shout out to all of those sponsors for Heritage Panther football. Alan Slaughter-Zinski, Adam Franco with you here, live from...
Billy answered the question where Benson played. Billy, that was somewhat rhetorical. We all know where he played.
What did he say?
He said he played at Bayside until 11U, then he came to West Melbourne.
Right.
I like it again. Number one out here by himself.
Yeah, one-on-one
Give him a
coverage.
chance. They're going to give him one. Oh, right through his hands.
It was right there.
Right through his hands.
That's a great ball by Joe there. Great ball. And I shouldn't say in and out. It went through the hands.
I mean, there's a big part of me that just says, call it again.
Yeah, call it again.
I mean,
call it again.
Four felt as soon as number one got his release, number four had no shot on that one.
No doubt. That was Demetrius Samuel Jr., another sophomore. 7:76:28 to go here. Ball still on the Uberzati 19 here. They got 10 seconds here to get playoff. Joe's got to hurry. Joe under center for the first time. Third down and 9. Joe better, and that's going to be a delay of game unless they took a timeout. And that's a good timeout by Mykel Benson.
Look at that.
Were down.
Is that the head coach? Is that his first varsity head coach timeout?
It is. And it's a great timeout, too, because they were getting ready to go back 5 yards
almost made it third
for a
and 15.
delay of game. Yeah. Want a water there, bud? Take a water. Yeah. And while you're at it, hand me one, too.
Yeah.
Nothing but the best for my co-host. See that?
Yeah, look at that. Fiji water. Wow. The sponsorship must really be
rolling
rolling
in Fiji, huh? If Fiji and Diet Coke could step up, like they should. I just saw the bolt of lightning across, but it's my guy Eddie Kinzel down there on the sidelines. We sure did. Wonder how Caleb's doing tonight. He's playing in that teacher softball game at USSSA Stadium.
I'm sure he's 4 for 4, 4 to 6 RBIs,
right?
depending on how the guys in front of him.
Double Babe Ruth, I call him. Tenta throw. Oh, nice play. Good hands there by number 31. Knocked down on the play by Ladarius Wells for Vero Beach. And it's now going to be 4th down and 9. They obviously got a kicker, but like you said, you don't really kick field goals in spring games, right? I mean, you see what you got here, right?
No, you don't kick field goals in spring games.
7:76:13 to play.
You want to see what your team does. It's more important to see what your team does in this pressure moment on a 4th down before halftime.
Of course, if you also have a kicking battle, too, you could do it. But
sure.
You don't do those until the fall.
Yeah, I think it was like our kickoff classic game maybe a year ago or 2 years ago when we played Merritt Island. They had two really good kickers.
Yeah.
It was a year after
Brady.
year after him, and they were they were kicking a bunch during our game.
You got Satellite this year, does Coco, in the kickoff classic. Who do you guys play in the kickoff classic? Friends, Billy, you guys know who you play in the kickoff classic? Who? Jensen Beach. Jensen Beach had a really nice year last year. They had a really good year last year. So that'll be Heritage. Huh? Yeah. Look, I'm gonna put you on camera. Everybody wave. There you go. You know, Senior wasn't gonna wave, right? You knew that wasn't gonna happen. Franz Palomise up here as well. Guys are calling a great game up here.
Wondering if these coaches negotiate and just say screw the halftime, and they should just have gone.
Yeah, you just
go
keep
straight
going,
in.
right?
Yeah, don't even risk the.
Don't even risk the break. Just keep playing.
I think the defense called the timeout.
Yeah, it's going to be, and we got it right now. It's going to be looks like he's checking the radar right now. The official down there's got his phone out, and they're going to send him off the field here. Yep. So there is lightning in the area, so we will step aside here, and we will be back. That's at least a 30-minute break if we come back at all, honestly.
I mean, if you come back or you don't come back, I think if you're Coach Benson, you like how your team didn't get intimidated against Vero. You competed. I mean, you really can't ask for anything else more. You're a catch away from really hoping the Lightning doesn't come back and winning your escaping this game 14-7.
All right, I'm not letting you get away because last week during the weather delay at Bayside at Palm Bay, Logan and I took the opportunity to talk about Brevard County football. Jeff Panucci, what's going on? Paul Franks, Billy Palmer. It looks like EJ is out for Vero tonight, Billy. Missing football so much. Yeah, me too. I hate spring. First of all, let me just say this. I absolutely deplore spring football because it is a big tease. You know what I mean? And then nothing for 2 months.
Yeah, and I feel like the way the state track series, I don't remember it always being like this, or our track program's just grown, but it was like every other day, you know, you're kind of fighting back and forth to get your track guys, and I think a lot of teams felt that this year. You know, Brevard had a lot of teams go really deep in state competition, and a lot of those guys are football players. So that does water down the spring a little bit.
All right, let's back up here. Let's do the selfie thing here. All right, let's talk Brevard County football here for a minute if we can as we take a peer into the Cocoa Beach press box. All right, let's talk Brevard County football. Obviously, you guys, the defending 2S state champs from last year. I know what John Holmes at Titusville is doing is phenomenal. He was our coach of the year last year. I know, you look at Palm Bay in 2S and Dan Burke. Listen, last week Dan Burke played Dan Burke football. What I mean by that was he ran the football down their throats. He played good defense, and it looked like Dan Burke has never left the sidelines. But you also saw a touch of Mike DeGore in there as well in terms of spreading it out with Zach Emery Foster. As you look around this county, you see a lot of football. What would you say the state of football is in Brevard County?
I think it's definitely on the rise. The 2025, 2026 classes that are coming up, and they're starting to take the varsity ranks, is probably two of the best classes that will come through Brevard County. The 2024 class is a solid class too, but I feel like that the younger group that's coming up is really, really talented, and we're seeing that also in what happened in Pop Warner. Look at the Cocoa Little League team, 14U team.
That Titusville
went all the way to national championship. Remember now, a year or two ago, Noah Flores led that 12U satellite team
to the Super
right?
Bowl.
So those are all those kids that are coming up. That 25, 26, 27 classes are loaded with talent. And you start, Hooks took back over MCC. You could already see a vibe changing at MCC with him and Kimmy.
They got some good players in there.
Yep, and they got some good players going that way. Rockledge and Cocoa will be Rockledge and Cocoa, but you see, you can already tell right now the culture change at Heritage with Benson, and I think the state of the county is definitely getting better, and I think it's going to be much more competitive between the teams in the county.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm looking forward to seeing that Titusville-Palm Bay District matchup this year as well. And you mentioned that Pop Warner team. I wanted to throw that Titusville 14U. There's several different national championships you can not Pop Warner, but youth football. There's several different national championships you can win at the youth football level, and they captured one. I believe it was up in Virginia. They went up and won. They did a heck of a job, or beat a team out of Virginia to win that. We got a lightning delay here, about 30 minutes now. Obviously, we know teams like Melbourne. They had a lot of defections. We're seeing a lot of those guys here tonight. May have a down year this year. David Kintai may have to retool, rebuild a little bit down there. Who knows? We'll see. We say that sometimes, and lo and behold, team goes and wins 6-7 games. Yep. But a team that really impressed me last week that seemed to have completely forgotten anything and everything that happened last year was Vero, who goes out and puts 52 points on the board. Chase Cromartie with 6 touchdowns. That's huge for Shane Staples. That's huge for Chase Cromartie. They're a team, those two, offensively. But more importantly, that's a program that's not used to having the year they had last year. I don't know if they're going to win 7-8 games this year, but I know this. It certainly felt like there was a lot of frustration relieved in that spring game last week.
Oh, 100%. I mean, and I've seen it firsthand all offseason. Chase Cromartie putting in the work. I joke around with him every time I see him. I'm like, you look great. Go eat a cheeseburger. But, but he really did. He put in the work. And, I mean, and I think at this point he could throw the 10-yard out route to Pillow with his eyes closed. And both of them are going to be a key part of that team. And they're the core. They'll become the leaders. And you can't forget that Vieira Pop Warner is a very, very good Pop Warner, and will continue to push them, quality players. You know, you watch the game that they played, and the thing that popped out was they had good skill. The thing that also popped out was they need to get a couple more linemen. Or just give Chase just another second, but. Yeah. I mean, everything was quick out of Chase's hands, which is refreshing. It's not you have in front of you, and I don't have time to get to a double move. Bang the out.
Yeah. Alan Slaughter-Sinski, Adam Franco with you here. A lightning delay at Billy Living's Field, the Citrus Bowl, 7-7, and I like the way Heritage has played in this game. And again, the big pass from Joe Tenta there. And defensively, they have really played well. I think you're going to be looking at retooling seasons. And let me say this. I don't know much about Merritt Island this year. I know they lost Luke Knight, who went back over to the west coast of Florida. I know. I don't know what the quarterback situation is there.
They got a young freshman.
Yeah.
I think he's a freshman, or he might be a rising freshman. I don't know. He played on their Island Elite team in 7-on-7 this year.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be young. And that's just the nature of it, But I think as you see with the freshmen out here tonight, and for guys like Brady Hart, Cromartie, the game has changed. It's not like, all right, I'm going to get to high school and I'm going to start throwing the ball. There's teams throwing the ball all over the place, 10U, 12U now, right? The game, and there's people like myself doing 7-on-7 with 10U, 12U.
Right.
So those guys are developing that skill way earlier than anybody used to develop it. Every Pop Warner team at age 8, 10, 12 back in the day was triple option or wing T, or some type of power I. And now you see 12-year-old teams 4 wide.
I know Space Coast has gone independent, and I think it's a good move by Cliff Nichols, taking a similar path to what Ted Kimmy did at Satellite about 7-8 years ago. And, Coach Helton there this year, Satellite, the Scorpions, Beachside, Cocoa Beach, playing an independent schedule. I love what the Minutemen did last year with that independent schedule. I don't expect anything less from the Minutemen and Ben Waldrop over there this year as well. Kind of moving into that north part of the county, Titusville. Listen, I watched them in their spring game. In fact, Sunday night on MacDonald Sports Talk, we are going to be talking about recapping spring football, and I got highlights of that game against East River. They pretty much went up and down the field. against East River, and impressively, I might add. They made some big defensive plays, and now they're going to be a really good football team. Astronaut with a new head football coach, Justin Warden, stepped aside this year, so I don't know much about them. I'll learn as the summer progresses, so I don't want to talk about a team that I don't know a lot about. But I do know that John Holmes is expecting big things from the Terriers this year. You guys played them last year, and I know that you ran the clock on them. But, look, you got to start somewhere, and Holmes definitely planted his foot in the ground and got that program off on a great foot.
I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's like, oh, Titusville, you're not playing anybody. But they used to lose to those teams.
To everybody.
Right. So you can't just say that all of a sudden one day you're going to wake up and you're going to beat Cocoa or be the dominant.
Right.
But the step one is beat the teams you're supposed to beat, and they did that last year, right? And now you see that they have a young, great pipeline coming up, right? And what does that young, great pipeline turn into? How do they get developed? I think we want multiple good teams in the county, right? So that we continue to have college coaches come here. When college coaches have one more trip down here, what county are they picking to come to, right? And we want them to come to Cocoa. And that's why we need good teams across the board. If there's one good team in the county, this is not appealing.
No.
It's like going to Lake County. Are you going to go see Lake Mineola, and that's it?
That's it. That's exactly right.
Or maybe now Leesburg.
I think it's fair. You made the drive down here to do this broadcast with me. The floor is yours. What did you like about the defending 2S state champion Cocoa Tigers? I think the feeling is, Adam, that you guys are the clear-cut favorites to repeat this year. What did you see in the spring that you really liked?
I think it was a combination of the hard work that guys put in from the last season. We were worried that you win and you get complacent. It was the opposite. They almost got more hungry. We banged on the door 2 times before there and lost. Winning it gets you that taste. You get that confidence. You learned how to do it, and we have a great core of returners. Right on the defensive side of the ball, that entire front 7 comes back, right, led by guys like Samadre Hawkins, anchored our defense. And right next to him is probably one of the highest football IQs in Parham. He's got a 4.2 GPA, coach's son type kid. And then the front, the defensive line in front of him is just tough. When you have to deal with Lauren Ward and Pee Wee, Cedric Walker, Hilson, and then you have 2 linebackers standing behind them that are like Hawkins and Parham. It makes running the ball near impossible, and we learned that all spring long. And then offensively, the entire offensive line comes back, and you rarely see that in a state championship team that your entire O-line comes back, right? Usually you're more senior heavy, and then our receiving core is really, really solid. You have C.J. Bragg, who's got a couple offers, Air Force and Navy now. You got Javen Hilson, who will be one of the top receivers in his class, hands down. I mean, the work he put in with Uberzadi and all that is incredible. And then you have Nicky Teeter, who he's borderline unguardable. He's run some of the best routes. Reminds me a lot of Dante Cook when we had Dante Cook. And then we got Spud, who is a transfer from Rockledge. And Ryan was like, hey, we're going to work him at H-back and work him in the slot, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see how this, project works. And then I saw Spud running around, catching the ball with one hand, and I'm like, oh, wow. And it's incredible how athletic he is. And honestly, him playing that position in spring, I think, turned a lot of coaches started looking at him again, going, holy, like he moves like that. Like UCF is legitimately taking a look at him at tight end, and others are offering him to just come as an athlete. And usually when you come as an athlete, you're thinking of a fast skill guy, right? Not a 6'3", 250 plus guy. And then obviously Brady Hart, he will get the baptism by fire that just about every Cocoa quarterback has gotten. Opening up
Blake
with.
got his at St. Thomas. I'm sure Brady will get his there.
Yep. He'll get, he'll open with Jones.
That's a good one, too.
Jones, Venice, St. Thomas.
Yeah.
O'Galley, Seminole, I think, is the first 5 off the bat, so.
Yeah,
I think coming back, we feel really good about what we have. And, it was a great spring. We got out of spring healthy. And that's really our goal every year is get the work in. Get out healthy, and then now next week we start summer workouts.
Jeff Panucci says, and you got a heck of a quarterback and an even better kid in Brady Hart. Going to be fun to see what he does. And there's no doubt about that. Of course, Jeff Panucci, the defensive coordinator for the Melbourne Bulldogs, our reigning BSN coordinator of the year, and expect Jeff to do no less than what he did last year with that defense. Did a heck of a job of that. I know he loses Dabu Bindro. I always screw this young man's name up, but he loses our reigning defensive player of the year. But long story short, it's going to be another great year of Brevard County High School football. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We're excited again on the coverage this year. Of course, we'll be doing Cocoa, Heritage, Vieira, and Satellite this year as well.
Yeah, I think this will also be. I think when we all love our stage pictures. At the end, it's like your proud moment as a coach, and I think this will be the biggest signing class Brevard County has had in a long time.
I agree.
2024 is loaded with them.
Paul Franks is the guy that had asked me about Mal last week, and so Paul, the situation was Mal was a senior, had applied to play another year, I guess, because of whatever the differences are. But anyway, was denied, so he won't be back. Who is the kicker this year? Or we got to go get one?
Yeah, we got
to find one. I guess.
Got to go beg somebody on the
soccer team. I got you. All right, so there you go. And a lightning bolt just struck, which means at least another 30 minutes. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know that we'll be back with this one tonight.
I think if I'm Mr. Benson, I saw Tenta take 2 pretty good shots. I've seen my team is not going to back down to anybody, especially a Vero, who's a known powerhouse. I pack it up.
Yeah, I think I'd pack it up and head home myself as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to log off, and we'll keep you updated here as to what's going on. It is a weather delay, and at least another 30 minutes if we return it off. If we don't return, I'll come back with a quick live notifying you. So for Adam Franco, for myself, we want to thank Coach Lenny Jankowski because he is also the athletic director that approved us to come down and broadcast tonight. So for Coach Jankowski, for Coach Benson, for Coach Franco, I'm not a coach, but I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And miraculously, we are back at Billy Livings Field at the Citrus Bowl. Little confusion as to whether we were going to play or not. And, well, you know what? Lenny Jankowski said, we're good. So he's the home guy, so that means we're good. I do remember a situation a couple of years ago up at Vieira that I'm going to bring up now because I know Derek Smith will remember it well if he's still watching. They did not want to wait, got on the bus, and essentially did not want to make the game up. And, in the long run, it was a smart move by Lenny because I'm not exactly sure that they had the team to beat Derek that year. And a loss in that game would have affected – that's the year they went 7-3. And a loss in that game may have affected them mightily as it came down to the end of the year. So Jankowski wisely did not want to make that up. And it turned out to his benefit, actually, because he ended up the season 7-2. Or, I'm sorry, 6-6. I think it was 6-2. No.
Probably 7-2.
7-2,
yeah.
And went into the playoffs and lost 7-3 and lost that first round. But as we're going to pick up where we left off, and if you're looking for me to tell you where that is, I have absolutely no idea.
6-13, second quarter. It was a 4th down, I believe. 4th and 12.
Look at you with the memory.
Well, I would just throw it deep here.
6:13 play and a half. I do want to take a moment because these young ladies down here on this track are cheering their hearts out tonight. So I want to say Caitlin Martinez, Rebecca Pereiro, Bree Wilkins, Jordan Bracken, Cameron Newton, Brooke Rash, Ashlyn Burkhart, Isabel Fernandez, Sage Forsythe, Haley Adams, Zaya Estrada, Kenzie Cheney, Nia Davis, Anna Berry, Cheyenne Mansfield, Rebla Osborne, Amber Martin, Addison Shans, Tiana Cook, Rakia Blackman, and Alana Kablanowitz. Nice job, ladies. Nice job. As it is 4th and a short one for 4th and 9. They're going. I'm going the wrong way. for Joe Tenta here and this Heritage offense. Now I'm set. Now I'm set to go. Tenta looks to fire, under pressure, gets out.
Gotta go.
He's got an angle, cuts it up.
Ooh,
does he have enough?
He definitely has a first
I think
down.
he's got it. Yep. Nice play by Joe Tenta there. And it's 1st and 10 inside the Uberzati red zone. Martell Stevens says, little spaces present.
He does do a great job with the little spaces. I don't know. It's been fun.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Talking about the
definitely.
Twitter spaces?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does a good job. It's
I know
fun.
Caleb jumps on quite a bit, and I always tell Caleb, stay off of there, man. They think you're spying. First and 10 now, or actually 1st and goal inside the Uberzati red zone.
Burn a timeout here. Delay a game. Yeah, it's really weird that they called that delay a game because.
Yeah, it was strange.
Well, you know, it's the clock is supposed
really
to.
Didn't start, did it?
Well, the 25 seconds clock is supposed to start when they spot the ball.
Yeah.
And the ref blows the whistle. I think there was. I don't know who's working the clock tonight. They have a clock official, but
Tom Brady was a master at that. The give is to Judah Knight. Knight cuts back and is walloped inside. And I mean walloped. Atheon Rivers with the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and goal. 4:46 to play in the half. And again, I don't even know that we'll play a halftime or have a halftime now. Probably just move right to the 3rd quarter, which would probably be the smart thing to do, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. You don't want to come out again and warm up again.
No. Knight the deep back, Tenta under center, wide receiver split equally to each side. 2nd and goal. Tenta play action, rolls to his right. He's got room. Cut off now, throws. Nice play by Joe to throw it away. 3 years ago, that's intentional grounding. They have changed the rules since in high school football. It didn't matter how far outside the pocket you were in high school football.
That's a great rule change. I mean,
yeah,
because in other years, Joe would have had to duck his head and try to get upfield to at least try to get back to the line of scrimmage, or take a 6-yard loss. Getting rid of that intentional grounding outside the box is great.
Yeah. Little motley crew there in the background. 3rd and goal now for Tenta and this offense. Obvious 4-down territory.
Yeah, obvious 4-down territory. I'd like to see a quick shot here. I mean, he's got to
hurry.
You got to sit. You're rolling right.
Throws.
Got a nice whip route. Missed it.
That's a catchable ball off the hands of the young man that caught the touchdown pass earlier. That was Timothy Monroe with the drop. And I don't know that he would have got in, but he certainly would have given him a little bit better. And they are going to kick a field goal. So why not take a shot?
Well, the field goal here is very strategic. I think they might be checking the Lightning.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe one more lightning strike, we get out of here 10-7.
Yeah,
declare victory.
King of the win.
King of the South. King of the South.
The kicker is Braden Davis, and we saw him with a 65-yarder in the air on a punt. Let's see what he's got. The snap. There won't be a rush. The snap is low. The hold should be perfect. The kick is good. And with 4:06 to play here in the 2nd quarter, Heritage takes a 10-7 lead.
I don't know if that's harder or easier without the rush. Yeah, sure, nobody blocks it, but it just feels not in the same rhythm, you know, because you're taking your time to get it set up.
I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't think it benefits the kicker in any way.
No.
So I won't be getting any turf tonight. I wanted to go down on the field and get some turf. So can't do that now because of the weather. 10-7 now, Heritage, as Aronson will take over. And it looks like he's going to be under center here. Actually, yeah, no, he's going to be in that RPO. Aronson committed to SMU, turns, gives. Stutter steps through the line. Nobody stutter stepped better through the line than did O.J. Ross.
I love that little patient, then burst, gone. I expect he'll have a really good season this year at Tennessee Tech. We had a lot of our college athletes come back through spring. It was good. It's a really good example for all the guys that are grinding. You know, dog days of spring, dog days of summer, and you see those college guys come back, and they tell you the truth about how it is, and how you really got to love the game and love the sport. And it's great to have that connection with those college guys.
My favorite question to ask them all is, what was the moment you said to yourself, I'm not in Kansas anymore? And they all have that moment, whether it was a big hit they took or whether a wide receiver ran past them or whatever it was. They have that moment. And they're going to, referee's going to say 44 is an illegal substitution, so 42's got to come back. Now, it didn't occur in the huddle, so therefore it's not a penalty.
Did he say it was a legal substitution? He sent him off for his knee. I think he sent him off for his knee pads.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because there's no.
I know they were sending guys on way late. But you can do it all the way up to the snap, right?
Yeah, on defense you can, yeah.
Aronson looks. He throws one, lost, open. Nice comeback catch.
Dropped the ball.
That's all the wide receiver. Did he catch it? No, he
dropped it.
Well, can't give him the credit if he didn't catch it. And that
was an interesting play call. It was like a rub route, but the rub is kind of like a scissors play.
Took forever to develop.
Yeah, it happened like 15 yards down the field where the outside receiver comes in on like a bender or post. Inside receiver runs that smash route. And basically, the inside receiver just hit the Heritage corner.
2:58 to play. Little swing pass.
Route.
Nice tackle by Tayshawn Benson. Benson stops him. They slow him, and it'll be 4th and about 3.
Yeah, this is a huge third down, 4th down. I mean, huge 4th down here. Benson stuck his head in there.
He's not afraid to hit, is he?
Definitely not. Number 7 was about a step away from ripping that ball out of running back's hands.
Kavaris Cohen down there on the sidelines. You see Mark Ainsley on the bottom of your screen. A lot of you might say, Alan, you're losing your mind. No, Mark Ainsley's the defensive coordinator this year. Mark with quite a run last year. Of course, he would coach on a Friday, hop on an airplane, go up to Minnesota, and see Luke play up in Minnesota last year. And Luke, of course, made the all-freshman team. And there's Luke right down there on the sidelines.
You know, Luke's a great example, right? Kid is a, Division I caliber lineman and gets caught up in this idea of measurables and then goes up there and is a starter right off the bat.
As a starter right from day one up there.
It's like Coco's Day.
Right, exactly.
Day goes to Tusculum.
Right.
Have you seen his footage at Tusculum?
Yeah.
An absolute menace.
Yeah. He was 2nd or 3rd on the team, I think, in tackles last year, 2nd in sacks. He had an incredible year. Yeah. And listen, Coach Odom, that's Brevard County West for sure.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
There's like 8 guys out there that played, and Day stands out for sure. So it's 4th and 2 now. We'll see. The Panthers have been very good tonight defensively on 4th down. We'll see if they can continue to keep it up.
I don't think
here.
he likes this look he just got. Yep.
Oh, they stopped him. They got him. What a play defensively.
Yep. Yeah, you kind of saw it. The OC called timeout and then didn't like his play coming out of the timeout because Ainsley changed his defense. He didn't give him the same look again. And
Deaven MacDonald.
Settle on a handoff.
Yeah. MacDonald tracked it the whole way. And Tayshawn Benson as well. But that's another 4th and short stop for that defense tonight.
I mean, unsung hero. What's number 56's name? About 100 and probably 70, 180 pound. I mean, physically fit, but still deep. Being a nose guard going up against the size of the center on Vero.
Heritage looking to take a 2-score lead here. Tenta looks, fires, throws, caught on the swing out. Nice tackle.
A double move would do wonders against this defense.
Yep.
Even if you had to roll Tenta to get to it.
Yep. So the Rams on the stop. 58 seconds, so Heritage got to show a little more sense of urgency here, I think. At least at the snap. I think he's got one, maybe. Tenta. I don't know about that. That's Jelani Clark on the carry, and 30 seconds and counting, 29. So we'll see here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we don't know that. We don't know if they're honoring a halftime or not.
Yeah, they may not be.
Because not a whole
But if
lot
they're
of
not,
urgency
then
here.
Heritage would get the ball at their own 25 because, you know what I mean? Last play of the first half. And Joe Tenta, that is his poor clock management, as you'll see there. And that takes us to halftime. And why are we having a halftime? All right, we're going to have a short, okay, I see it, 6-7 minute halftime. All right.
Interesting end to that. Did Heritage not have a timeout, or did they have a timeout?
They did not. I thought they did, but they did not. And Joe Tenta, he's got to be aware of that.
You got to, yeah.
As a senior quarterback, you got to be aware of that.
That's the next step, right? I think he worked his game in the offseason. Got to work. Now you got to be the guy that we could trust to manage the piece of the game.
In Joe's defense, it's spring. He'll look at this on tape, and that won't happen again. You'd rather it happen now than happen week one. All right, we'll step aside. It's halftime. We'll be back with the start of the second half. Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again. All right, halftime with another 2 minutes to go here. They took the lap around the track, and I want to say hello to Eddie Mays watching. Martell says he's rooting for the home team tonight. Eddie says get to the half. Connor Rob, thank you. Spruce Creek tomorrow. Who's at Spruce Creek tomorrow? I'd love to go over. You have to talk to your coach about that. I'll go do it. I got no problem going to do Rockledge tomorrow.
I think it's at 3. I think it's like them. It's Rockledge, Spruce Creek, and I think somebody else.
I'd love to go do that tomorrow. I really would. And I'll go because there's nothing on our docket. Oh, it was out. I got you, Eddie. I got you. I see what you're saying. And this will wrap up the final lap around the track here. They got it in, so good for them here at Vero Beach. Greg Gage says, go Big Blue, and a heck of a job Coach Gage did this year with that basketball team. Of course, can't wait to see year 2. Coach Gage was in the running for our Coach of the Year this year. Roger Walker. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Roger Walker. Billy Palmer now down on the side. Roger Walker, former legendary Bayside running back, up here in the booth with, I think Franz Palamise went down. All right, we're ready to go here. Third quarter, 10-7. Once again, I just want to give a big shout out to the young ladies down here on the sidelines who do a heck of a job. Caitlin Martinez, Rebecca Pereiro, Bria Wilkins, Jordan Bracken, Cameron Newton, Brooke Rash, Ashlyn Burkhart. Now, if I say a name wrong, I apologize. Isabella Fernandez, Sage Forsyth, Haley Adams, Zaya Estrada, Kinsey Cheney, Nia Davis, Anna Berry, Cheyenne Mansfield, Rablia Osborne, Amber Martin, Addison Shands, Tiana Cook, Rakia Blackman, and Elena Kipsolana. So congratulations, ladies. Do a terrific job down there. I don't see Vero Beach's cheerleaders here, so nice job, ladies, making the trip down and cheering for the guys here tonight. All right, so Heritage will get the ball to start the second half. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Tenta back in at quarterback. Little flip on the jet sweep here.
Yeah, made a guy miss right there.
I like the play call there. That's unique. We haven't seen that yet.
Well, I mean, I like the play call because look what you just made. You made 75, 93.
Right.
You know, who've been, haven't really having a chase all game. You made him run to the sideline.
Yep. Timothy Monroe on the flip jet there, if you will. 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7 for Heritage. 11, well, just underway here in the second half. I think want to talk to you about this coming up too here. 2nd and 8.
You got to take a shot here at 18.
Might go the other way with it. They fake it, counter back. Nice play.
Ooh, that's not good.
I'll tell you what, Jelani Clark there, a little slow to the hole, but I like the play call. I like the design of it anyway. Little jet counter.
Yeah.
Fake the jet, counter back inside.
I mean, blitzing back or 5 for Vero Beach. I mean, he had him dead in the hole. He made a miss, which is, makes a good running back. Every once in a while, you gotta bail out the play caller.
I kind of want to see Braden punt again. I hope they make a first down, but man, that kid's got a foot.
Former quarterback rooting for a punt.
Right. I mean, it's crazy, right? Tenta. Nice ball to the outside. What a throw. What a catch. Incomplete, though. Flag down on the far side. Illegal man downfield. It'll be 4th down. They'll decline. So, Adam, you attend a lot of, just for people that just think you're down here. Whether you're a broadcaster, you're probably making a trip down to watch this game. You support other Brevard County teams. Saw you at Vera baseball games. What a run they had. And it's just a lot of fun to support other Brevard County schools, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I tell people all the time, they think Rockledge is their biggest rival. The second we finished beating them in the barbecue bowl, I root for them in the playoffs.
Right.
We want Brevard County teams to do well. We went to the Vera regional final game.
Yeah.
I got one of my buddies' son plays for it. I went there and checked it out. You become a quasi-fan. You want the county to win.
Yep. Here comes the punt, and that is an absolute another beaut. This one won't go 65, but Vero Beach will take over at the 25. And I want to say congratulations to that Vero Hawk baseball team. They finished the 6A state runner-up. Look, they ran into a powerhouse of a Sickles team that had won 21 in a row. A team that just doesn't do anything wrong. I mean, the third baseman fielded a ball yesterday, threw it over to first base, and I swear to God, it looked like Brooks Robinson playing the position. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I had a little bit of hope. I saw it went 3-0, and then I saw, they got a couple runs back, and it was 4-2. And it's a weird game. It's tough in a baseball game where you had all those rain delays, and it just shows you the type of pitching that both of those teams had depth-wise. Because, you had 2 or 3 different stoppages in that game.
Yep.
And they both still had cannons on the mound.
Plenty of arms. As Aronson
fades.
Still, Aronson with all kinds of time. Now he's got to step up. And this is something he does not do well, and he shows it there. And that's a heck of a hit there by number 20. That is Jelani Clark. 21, check that. Ramir Davis on the stop. Ramir Davis, not 20. 2nd and 9 now for Vero. And Aronson, not one of his better attributes to get outside. Young man's got an arm, and he had all kinds of time to throw. That's a great job by that secondary. And whistle, and going to be a false start penalty. Mark Ainsley called that one, so it'll back up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 14 now. Ainsley right there in the side judge's ear. There's a look at Mykel Benson coming down the sidelines here. He's calling the offense tonight. Till Eddie Mays gets back to the sidelines. 10-7 is our score. Heritage on top.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed in Vero, and I don't know if I should be disappointed in Vero or impressed with Heritage yet.
Aronson throws on the out pass, a little high. Sorry about that. And he is, Tayshawn Townsend immediately drops Jacobs as soon as he catches it, and that might even be another loss. It is a loss of 2, and it's 3rd and 16, 3rd and 15 now. Yeah, it is 16, 6:27.
Here comes the over route after about 4.5 seconds of time back there to throw. I think they're waiting. They're probably looking forward to, what is it, Adam, the big DN?
Yep.
Yeah, probably looking forward to him coming back.
Tayshawn Townsend and number 21, Ramir Davis, your safeties. Looking to throw. Again in trouble. Throws. Caught. Nice play. You called it. And the effort picks up the. What did you see there that made you?
It's their favorite play. I mean, I would if it's what they've gone to, that late over route.
You called it. Tony Romo Jr. and Alan Slaughterzinski with you. 5:45. Isaiah Davis on the catch and run, or as John Madden used to say, yak, yak. And just what we need, more stoppage, but this for a good cause. Third quarter water break here. Jeff Panucci says, Ramirez is a stud. Remember his name. Brandy Osterly says, let's go blue. Speaking of Miss Osterly, I want to thank her and the entire Heritage Booster Club for a year of, Michelle Osterly, I'm sorry, Brandy. I want to thank Michelle Osterly. And I also want to thank DC Roofing, Brevard Health Alliance, Joe Raley from State Farm, Witt's Frozen Custard of Melbourne, Pizza Vola, who provided the boys their pregame meal, and the Wawa, who will provide the postgame meal tonight. Might have to stick around and see if I can snag an extra Wawa meal. Nothing better than Wawa at 2:10 in the morning. 10-7 is the score here, 5:44. And that's exactly what Coach in the booth said, watch the trap, and there it was. And they pick up close to a first down on it. Heritage defense looking really good tonight. It's like spring training, right? I mean, it's no different. The defense is always going to be ahead of the offense in these games.
Yeah, I think it's definitely easier for the defense, but at the same time, you know, if you have an offense that's coming back with experience,
yeah, you want to see a little more for sure. Aronson, for some reason decided the smart thing to do was to jump. And he found out it was not, and he leaps right into.
Now, I mean, I'm surprised that they are giving them this first down.
Yeah.
Because the runner left his feet and tried to hurdle someone.
Yeah, you can't hurdle in high school.
Nobody went low.
No, and you're not allowed to leave your feet like that in high school.
Feet, yeah.
That's a penalty.
You can only leave your feet if they intentionally are going at your legs and it's for yourself, like preservation or something.
Low snap. Throws behind.
That's a fumble.
Pick it up, and he wisely does. But the referee says incomplete as Deaven MacDonald. 4 minutes and 2 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 10-7, Heritage on top. Is that Gabe Vasquez down there, number 2? That's a tall young man. Not in uniform. Whistles. Who is that? Okay. He is big. Four minutes to play. First and 10 now. Second and 10, I should say, for Vero Beach. The ball is at the 47 of Vero. Aronson with 4 wide receivers. Looks to throw. Aronson on a swing pass too far out. Swung it out too far. And is it just me, Adam, or is Aronson getting less accurate as the game goes along?
Yeah, I'm not really understanding. Like maybe every once in a while you find a defense maybe you can't see, but I mean this is Vero. They should be able to see what Heritage is trying to do. Sitting too high, basically playing palms for most of this. It looks like, and
Yeah, not really giving anything away, nothing
yeah,
fancy.
I mean, there's nothing exotic.
Right.
But they're just playing good coverage. I think I mean.
They definitely appear to be more athletic than Vero, which is, impressive. Throws.
Yeah, pick it.
Oh, nearly a one-handed pick there by Demetrius Samuel Jr. Nearly had it.
It's 2. We're going to count that? I don't know if can you count that one and count the end zone one?
Yeah.
He's a couple catches away from a pretty incredible game right now.
Yeah.
And
4th and 10 now.
He's a big corner. I mean, he's got to
he
looked at.
So the Panthers have been outstanding.
Not for nothing, too. If you take out the 4th downs that they've gone for it, and I think he's punting here. Okay, good. Yeah, but they went for a lot of 4th downs, and I mean, the Heritage defense is basically stoned them the whole game.
Called at the 30. And we're going to thank Uberzati and bring up our 4th quarter sponsor. And they are really the sponsor that is going to be a huge on our football broadcast this coming year, and that's going to be Solutions Property Management. They just do a terrific job. So we're going to get them up. I don't need a photo. I need a text and graphic here.
Really love to see them take some shots here in the second
Yeah, why
half.
not, right?
I mean, you're stoning them on offense pretty much, and they're one high with him standing at 8 yards.
Yep.
There's a nice slant. Now go. Break it and go.
Nice play.
Yeah, great catch. I mean, if that corner doesn't get a hand on him, that safety was running the other way on the snap of the ball. That's number 4 again. I think that's the one to pick on right now.
That was number 18 on the catch there. That's Ezekiel Aim. And Zeke is quite an athlete, great basketball player, and I know Greg Gage will tell you all about that as well. Under a minute to play here on the quick pass from Tenta to Aim. And he is quite a young man to have out. And if I'm Heritage, I'm utilizing Zeke Aim a lot this year. Give is to Judah Knight. Knight cuts back. Big hole there. Knight takes advantage and picks up 5. And that could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Tayshawn Hendricks on the stop, a gain of 5. We'll see if Heritage wants to run another play here as Tenta is on the sidelines chatting with Coach Benson, and Joe goes back and to the huddle.
All right, Joe, 13 seconds. You break the huddle. You got to get it off.
See if he does
All
it
right.
here.
9. Mental clock, 5. Nope. Not going to
2.
get it.
He's not going to get it again, and that'll end the 3rd quarter. So we head to quarter number 4, 10-7 Heritage.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
I don't know who that good-looking guy was on your screen there, but obviously want to thank him. It was me. With thanking all of you out there.
You play your own commercial, I think, the most.
Yeah, well, of course I do. Why wouldn't I? You had something?
Oh, no, I was going to say, As a coach, you look at a little bit different things. Ryan has opened my eyes to other things to look at, and I watch the Heritage sideline, and you see every one of their assistant coaches has a job. They're coaching in between every play. I've never looked down and seen spectators.
Right. They're all doing something. Fourth quarter, Panther quarter here. 10-7 with the lead. Tenta still at quarterback here. See how long he plays into the fourth. If he doesn't play the whole fourth.
I don't think he's coming out of this game.
No. Oh, and that was just – and I know that's going to infuriate Coach Benson because that's a play that shouldn't happen that way coming out of the break there.
To be a fly on the wall as Eddie Mays is watching that play.
3rd and 7 now from the 47.
I mean, I just think you look down here close to us. They got their outside receiver. He's by himself, but he's lining up in the slot, and you got the safety in the middle of the field. That wide receiver widens out. It is every wide receiver's dream. You're going to cross over number 4 for a post and a touchdown. But, he lines up super tight.
And Tenta throws across the middle. Nice
got
pitch
16
and catch.
wide open.
And I tell you what, you can hit him all day. But Jordan Holmes with a first down and a big play. And that's huge.
Yeah, it's his second great catch. He's taking good hits on both of them. Held onto the ball. Tough
got a
play.
flag, though.
I expect this flag will likely be some type of hole on a defense. It's an offensive flag, and just scratch my head.
Illegal man downfield. That's the second time for the Panthers that has occurred. That's a pretty quick pass, Adam. It's a little hard to get a guy downfield on that.
Yeah.
Coach Gage telling us about Zeke Aim, and man, what an athlete he is. It was so much fun watching him play with his brother. It's like they're in each other's heads with the alley-oops and the passes. I mean, it was just a lot of fun. I expect Heritage to do big things on the basketball court. No pressure, Coach Gage. No pressure. Just saying. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just looking at him. It's like, who was downfield?
I don't know. To me, that's a ticky-tack call in a spring game.
Yeah.
You pick up 2 of them. 3rd down now and 12. Judah Knight, the lone back.
First time they've been too high all game. Come back to it.
I didn't know where that ball was going. 10 4th down and forever now. And an opportunity now for my guy coming on to punt.
What are we betting? Are we betting inside the 20 or inside the 10?
I think he's going to take this inside the 10 here. I'm going to go over-under inside the 10. Who's punting?
Just if he can get it off with a rush.
Right. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see here. Let's see. I like inside the 10 on this one. Of course, Heritage had a great kicker in Avila. Oh, I jinxed him. And, well, it's on a 10. Paul. Yes! Take it any way I can get it.
Oh, I thought they were doing it where the ball bounced or where the guy caught it. But,
look,
loophole rule for you.
Last week, to add a little excitement to a 46-0 game, Logan Pettit and I were playing over-under. And that was over-under drives Palm Bay would score. So we seem to have found us a game with the punter here tonight. Where will he get the ball downed? Logan beat me on every play because he picked under 5.5. And Palm Bay was running the ball in the end zone on 3-4 plays every drive.
Yeah,
10-7.
Umatilla had no
Yeah, it was crazy.
No hope. They turned a lot of those football players into basketball players.
Yeah, they did.
I don't even know if they'll be very good basketball players.
Timeout on the field. Eddie Mays.
Yeah, we agree, Eddie.
We're with you, buddy. We're with you. Eddie Mays had one of the best calls in the history of Brevard Sports Network down here. I mean, if I got to retell the story, I meant to grab the highlight today so that I could play it. It was him, Billy Palmer, and Caleb down here that did the overtime game.
Oh, with OJ?
With OJ. They were down here, and Eddie Mays was on the call. And when OJ scored, all you heard, juice man, juice man, juice man, juice man. It was one of the best calls in the history of Brevard Sports Network. And Eddie just mic dropped my $250 headset. No, I'm kidding, Eddie. But no, it was a great game, and Eddie capped it off with a great call that night. 7:48.
Yeah, they've been dealing with Juice Man, this part of the state for a long, long time. We played Treasure Coast when he was a freshman. He was on kickoff, and they kicked it short, and he got it. And he scooted down the field like 40 yards in the stands where he's screaming, Juice Man!
Eddie, Billy Palmer Jr. said, Alan, I have nothing for that. I just shut up. I said, that's probably wise. 7:35. And counting. Aronson's still in as well. Looks to throw. He does. That's just a bad throw by Aronson. And he has not had a good second half.
Yeah, I mean, he had two really good throws. He had that nice throw in the corner of the end zone to a blind DB, but not as good of a crisp of a second half. And I think when you see that and you see the way Heritage is flying around, you know, we know this is a good quarterback. We know he has good skill guys. These are 7-on-7 ninjas. You know, they should be moving the ball, and Heritage is doing a good job of covering them. Ooh, nice corner blitz. Almost gets there.
I got to be making a mistake on the receiver that is made to. Maybe it was Jordan Holmes, but number 16 is down there taking snaps right now, and that is Jordan Holmes, quarterback. So it looks like we're going to see Jordan come into the game here for Joe Tenta with 6.5 minutes to play, and I would imagine Jordan will be the JV quarterback next year, but good to get some, or who knows? I mean, he's going to be a junior next year. There's Joe Tenta. There's Jordan Holmes as the two quarterbacks listed on this roster. Now, Aronson across the middle. Oh, that is nearly intercepted in and out of the hands of the receiver. And then Marcus Hancock with a couple of shots at it, the rising freshman.
I mean, what class is number 26 right now? Is he a?
He's a freshman right now.
Yeah.
He wants it back, man.
I mean, that's the one you want to get that catch.
Yeah, he wanted it.
And then have him have just enough time to get a little bit of a run going.
Right,
and see what happens.
That's for sure. Throws out route. Oh my, swarm
I mean,
gang.
It's just I mean, they're living up to the nickname.
Yep. Deaven MacDonald over there.
Yeah. They weren't shook when they came out and they saw Vero's 90 guys on the sideline.
Yep.
And that was, they beat guys with just a sideline presence, and now they've just gained more and more confidence. And I think Vero's praying for blown coverage to rectify this score.
I don't mean a knock against this young man, but he's struggling with his accuracy right now.
Right at that freshman number 26, but
he's sacked.
Boom.
Nice sack. He's going to eventually be brought down by Johnny Rentz. Rentz will get the sack, and that Heritage defense, Adam, as it has been all night, stout. And now it's going to be 4th down and a trip back to Brevard County for a 1st down.
Oh my God!
What do they call?
This better be a warning. Here we go.
Easy.
I hope it's a sideline penalty. That they're just giving a warning, or
Sideline
they actually
warning.
nope. They're going to walk this off.
That's 15 yards. That's going to give Vero a 1st down. What is? That's it.
I mean,
I don't know the specifics.
I'm on the BSN broadcast, so
Yeah,
as
you gotta
a
be
BSN
careful.
employee, I will be quiet.
I
here.
appreciate that.
Okay.
But if you weren't, what would you say?
I would. No question.
I'm kidding. Don't do that. They're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and give the home team here another shot.
They're calling unsportsmanlike conduct. It was him. It was a sideline penalty.
Yeah. For what? I mean,
it's a sack.
Yeah.
It's a sack. So who you?
Who's upset over that?
Well, not only that, but who you?
Right. I don't get it. I do not get it. 3:52 to go. So it should still be third down because they had forever to go. But it'll be third and a lot shorter. Now it's third down and a trip to the corner instead of Brevard County. It's third and about 2 now. And Aronson throws the out pass. No way. He does hold on. And that's going to be a first down, 3:29. And the hurry-up offense from Vero Beach considers. That was really the best pass of the second half by Aronson.
And it was low.
Yeah.
But gets the first down, moves the sticks.
Yep.
Might have been throwing it away.
I could see an interception.
I mean, it's a little dangerous throwing that quick out into palms. That corner was right there.
Aronson holds on. Nice coverage.
Yeah.
How about the coverage there by Tayshawn Townsend?
Oh, Tayshawn Townsend playing great all night. You see him flash. I still love that freshman out there, number 26. I wish he would have got that pick and had a run.
Yeah. Yep. So the clock is still running. That's why the fourth quarter has been so fast. They want to get it out because the weather is moving in.
Yeah, I think that might have had something to do with that sideline penalty.
Yeah.
What do you think? That's probably last series.
Offsides. Flags fly. Throws. Caught. In your screen, that's going to be a Vero Beach touchdown. Unbelievable. The most accurate throw of the night is a Vero Beach touchdown, and with 2:13 to play, they'll take a 13-10 lead on a gift of a penalty.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's just disappointing, and that's what you get. You're in Vero Beach and Treasure Coast referees.
The throw was nice. The catch was nice.
The circumstance
But it
was
should have
not.
been circumstance not. I mean, come on. On for the extra point here. 13-10, looking to make it 14-10, and we may not see that freshman quarterback now or junior quarterback now. One last chance coming here for low. Snap is low, the kick is up, and it's good. So with 90 seconds to play, no good. The kick is no good. So.
Yeah, the problem is they got a running clock here. I don't even know if they'll get a play.
If he's got a timeout, he's got to take it here. Because the clock is running because of the weather.
Yeah, I don't like this.
And look, here's the thing. You and I are upset, but the bottom line is you want to get out of here healthy. You get what just happened. You know you got, for all intents and purposes, a bad end of the stick there on a sack. And Heritage feels the same way I do here on this one. They're going to bring in and replace Tenta. And you just, look, I don't know what the unsportsmanlike conduct was.
No,
to us, it's a bad call.
No, he called it unsportsmanlike conduct, but I heard the ref right in front of us. It's a sideline penalty.
Sideline penalty. So who knows?
Sideline penalty in a spring game.
It's just ridiculous.
Probably had
31 seconds, and now they stop the clock. I know you guys as coaches, but listen, I've had games with Treasure Coast officials where they usually do a good job, but that was not a good call.
I mean, it would have been 4th and a mile, and you gifted them. The game was over, right? The game was over, and you gifted them a first down. They score on offsides.
Now, Coach Ainsley will address the receiver getting beat on that one-on-one. But that was good coverage, too. That was the best thrown ball of the night by either quarterback. And that's what it took. And that'll be the final play of the game unless they're going to take a timeout.
Well, here's the thing. They got a kicker. if you could get some chunk yards and then you get your free, no rush, take as long as you want. I mean, you could honestly line up like it's a kickoff.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that you could. The assistant coach just came over to talk to Coach Benson. I'm not sure what about. The assistant coach from Vero just came over to talk to Coach Benson. I'm not sure about as Coach Jankowski comes on the field.
I think, is Coach Jankowski really asking for the running clock there? That's interesting.
I know his son was a great quarterback here. Coach Jankowski's son was a really good quarterback. So this is 3rd and 5. This will likely be the final play of the game. All the twos are in right now, essentially for Heritage, and the twos as well for Vero. So
Nice to see them catch a post here, but I'm pretty sure you're going to see quarters.
See what happens. 13-10. And it's going to be a false start as they back them up. Here's the play. Turns. And that's going to do it. I don't think they're going to stop the clock anymore, and that's likely going to, or are they? Right back to the line, 10 seconds. And that's going to do it for the spring game. All right, Adam, final thoughts, buddy.
I think you got if you're Coach Benson, you're walking out of here happy. Obviously, you got things you wanna clean up, but your team walked into a hostile environment and you played well. And if you're Vero, you're soul searching.
I got you. All right. Well, the coaches here. Thank you very much. So we're told that the coaches have asked for an additional 5-minute running clock. Guess what? You can do that in the spring. I like it.
Yeah, I think.
You know what? That's class by Coach Jankowski.
Well,
listen.
So I will tell you this: Benson just ran the ball and then ran out his punt team, and then they asked for 5 minutes.
One offensive drive, game over.
I got
okay,
you.
so then they're letting the JVs both have
an
both
offensive
have an
drive, right? I got you.
I don't know the difference between being the size of the school Vero is and Heritage you're building back is. I don't really know.
Right.
You could come to Cocoa right now. We wouldn't have a JV.
No.
You know, most teams you when you lose your seniors and you're dealing with sophomores,
right.
Junior, sophomores, freshmen, you don't really have a JV.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, JV football in Brevard County was really good last year. I enjoyed broadcasting it. Some very exciting games. In fact, as the rain starts to come down pretty heavy, in fact, it was more exciting on a lot of Thursday nights than it was at the beginning of the year on Fridays. So one offensive drive each for the JVs of these teams. And
I'd love to see Heritage get a pick six here.
Yeah. This is going to be Ryan Hall at quarterback. And he gets out of bounds. And his pass is complete to Lorenzo Williams. So one drive each offense gets, and we're gonna stay here to watch it with you. Hall rolls to his right, throws, and it bounces. Bring up 2nd down. No clock. There's no clock. Just an offensive drive. It's a good-looking quarterback right here. I like his form. I like the way he sets up.
Yeah, it'll be tough. I mean, you got another freshman, good freshman in your class.
Straight up the gut. And the Heritage JV defense does a nice job slamming the door for a 4-yard gain. I would say that the most impressive thing about the Heritage Panthers tonight was that defense. I love the way their linebackers and
Yeah,
secondary
linebacker
play.
core, secondary played really well. I mean, you
Deaven,
give up the
MacDonald,
one deep play
Benson.
on a false start. Those are always tough. You don't know if the refs are inconsistent. You don't know if they're going to stop the play or not.
And it's their spring, too, so they've been probably
drive it,
umpiring
get the
baseball
pick.
games. Nice throw. They've been umpiring baseball games, so, this is their spring.
I feel it coming.
Down the field they go.
I feel it coming. There's a lot of lofty out routes.
Yeah. Pick six.
I mean, there's a part of me.
Jump
if
the
they
route,
get a pick
jump the
six
route.
right now, Eskimo Steve's going to jump out the press box around the field. Shoot.
Offside, something. Little shovel pass there. Nice run by Derek Williams. So first down, and down the field they go like a hot knife through butter. 2nd and 2. A little disappointed I didn't get to see E.J. Ephraim White tonight. Former Vero Foundation quarterback. Swing pass, and that's on the receiver. He should have. That was nicely thrown. You know I'm always going to defend the quarterback. In and out. 3rd and 1.
Press coverage, send the house.
Ryan Hall wants it, has it, and they'll throw it again because it was wide open the last time, but this time Heritage shuts it down.
All right.
That's a
Coming up
nice
on
play
4th down.
by Amir Muse. This could be the final play of the game right here, or maybe Heritage will get a drive. I'm not sure. So 4th and 2 now for Vero Beach. Their final opportunity if they don't convert.
I'm going to call an out route to number 17.
To the right side. Quarterback
Oh,
Ryan
gonna take
Hall
a
rolls,
shot.
looking, throws. Nice throw. Good catch. Down inside the Solutions Property Management red zone. 1st and goal, and a heck of a throw by Hall. And an equally as impressive catch by his wide receiver. First and goal from the 8. And the rain coming down pretty good here at Billy Livings Field, the Citrus Bowl. Beautiful. So he throws. 2nd and goal. So obviously it's going to be 4 downs or a touchdown here because it's now 2nd and goal. We had a 30-minute delay earlier. (13-10) Vero on top. Heritage led for most of the game. Walter looks, throws, cut back across the middle. Good play. And is he in? Touchdown, Vero Beach. And that should be the end of the spring game. And that'll do it as Vero will win it 13-10. Now your final thoughts, Adam.
I mean, same as before.
Yeah.
I think you got nothing to hang your head about Heritage. You know, my opinion about that call. I think, I think Heritage won this game. And I think, it's a bright spot. It's good to see another quality team in Brevard County came down here to Vero and
played well.
Yeah, nobody thought they would.
Yep.
So this is great for the county.
Yeah, no doubt. I want to thank Adam Franco, Lenny Jankowski, Mykel Benson, and all of the Vero Beach and Heritage football programs and administration and staff. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. And again, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least give one more final shout out to those that help make Heritage Panther football what it is. DC Roofing, Brevard Health Alliance, Joe Raley from State Farm, Witt's Frozen Custard of Melbourne, and Pizza Vola. They provided the pregame meal, and now the guys will get a chance to eat some Wawa. Thank you to Michelle Osterly. And once again, your final score. Vero Beach Fighting Indians 13, the Heritage Panthers 10. For Adam Franco, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. Have a great night, everybody.